Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crumpet Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. I got my man in the building, Donovan Sadiq, the Queen, Demetra K, and I am the five-star general. You got your stimulus, you got your taxes, and you're plotting on being broke in a matter of weeks. We got the money man on the show tonight. He might be able to tell you how he helped Kanye make all that money. Maybe you need to listen. We finna get to it, man. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you. You know, without you good people, we would not have a show. So we're blessed that you take the time out to come and hang out with us every night. I'm started off by saying the biggest news in the city of Houston in a long time. My man Troy Fenner, African-American, Harm Clark owned, James Madison alumni, put in the day chief of police in the city of Houston. Finally, Turner, you got something right. You finally got something right, man. You got to go outside the city to find the best talent to run the Houston Police Department. You went and found it in-house. Him and Chief Slinker. I've worked with both them dudes. Slinker's a white guy, didn't matter to me. He's just a good dude. He one of good cops. And the thing is you couldn't go wrong either way. But they gave it to Troy. And, Troy has been there every step of the way with my organization, going into the neighborhoods with gang violence. And, I mean, we fight battles. And that dude stands right there with us when we fighting them battles. So I want to congratulate my good friend Troy Fenner. You know I'm finna give your ass a headache, partner. You know it, friend or not. I'm on your ass, man. That's all it boils down to. What's going on, Donovan?
That's it. I mean, it's about time we make some good decisions. Congratulations to Houston. But as I always say, you got to hold them accountable, friend or no friend. This is business. It's not personal. Because like I said, what's the point of having a black person in a position of power and they don't do anything? So I'm very sure he's not that tight. But then again, politics is politics, and he's under certain rules, and we got to hold them accountable. Locally in the news, as you guys heard, and I'm glad you guys are tuning in today because this is why we do this. You got a lot of money when you're not exactly sure if it's 4 billion or 6 billion. You're just not sure, but you got it. Kanye West has been estimated, depending on what sources you look at, between $4 and $6 billion. And we have one of his financial people here that put him on the path to the money, to the bag, Walter Culture. So let's take it away with that. And what do you got, Demetra?
So hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night edition of the War Zone. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know that I am. So I'd ask you, please, on all channels, YouTube and Facebook, if you can share this live so that everybody else can get the information and join in on the conversation. We will greatly appreciate it. And yes, as soon as Walter sits down, we are going to have a conversation with him. In regards to, as Donovan said, Kanye West, you guys know who Kanye West is. He's a music mogul and I guess a fashion mogul, if you will. He's got a lot of his money from his music, but the most of it has come from his Yeezy brand, if you're familiar with that. Started out with Nike, and then he went on to Adidas. The rest is history. You guys also might have heard a couple of years ago, his wife, his ex-wife to be, I guess, Kim Kardashian, at one point in time had to loan him, I think it was $15 million because he was, bankrupt. And he has brought himself out of the ashes to become what some are saying one of the wealthiest black men in American history now. Forbes came out with a dispute of his wealth, but so far people are saying he is worth about $6.6 billion. And so that remains to be seen. But we're going to talk to Walter to see how that was possible and how we can get a bag with a B in it, right? So, Gary, what say you before we give it to Walter?
I ain't really got too much to say. He fucking with Kanye. Kanye got money. He need to be fucking with Monroe. We can get some money. I don't need $6 billion. Nigga, 600 right now. I'm good.
You got 14 on the way. Oh, that's funny.
So, Walter, what you got for us? What you got on the menu today?
Well, I mean, I've been reading the comments and everything from Kanye. First of all, let me address his net worth. So what Forbes came out and put out was his actual net worth that they can count. So when you look at net worth, sometimes you look at what you actually have sort of in the bag, and then you look at future businesses. So Yeezy has a deal with Gap, and they're not releasing a product yet. I mean, they're not bringing in income. So what they're doing is giving a projection of what the business is worth. Like, for instance, you see a lot of companies that will go public, like Bumble and Facebook. When these guys go public, a lot of these companies don't have earnings yet, but they value them based on the future performance or what they think it's going to do. So that's kind of why the discrepancies in net worth. But shit, 2 billion, 4 billion, 6 billion, he's going to be all right. I'm sure he's going to be okay. But, you know, the sad part is, and I've been watching some of the social media, is Negroes, we're so quick to tear this dude down. Like, we have some of the most vicious, cruelest people running this planet, and we don't never mess with them. It seemed like when brothers get money, we just got to scrutinize it and make sure he got it the right way. I mean, you realize most of our people in history have gotten money through ill-gotten gains, from the Morgans to the Rothschilds, you name it, to the Clintons. Most of these people are straight cold crooked crooks. But we need to start looking at what the brother's doing. And Kanye's young. You know, I don't know exactly how old he is, but I think I'm younger. I think he's older. I'm older than Kanye West, I'm pretty sure. Right? Because I remember when I started working with him, he is younger than I am. You know, and this is a dude that came from the streets of Chicago making beats to, you know, going through his ups and downs and this whole thing about him being broke. Kanye wasn't like Kanye was broke. And once you guys really get to start understanding money, it's like, it's not that he was out money. It wasn't like he didn't have cash. Kim had to loan it to him. In business, sometimes you have money tied up, or there's things that you don't want to interrupt. I'll give you case in point. So let's say Kanye has $100 million wrapped up in a business, and he needs $15 million to build a bridge somewhere else. What he doesn't want to do is pull $15 million from that venture and destroy that venture that's going to be worth $2 billion. So he'll leave that money alone, and it's cheaper to go somewhere else and borrow the money. And shit, if my woman can loan me $15 million, I'm going to get it, right? So, and, you know, they've benefited from each other. It ain't like Kanye was just out there struggling and Kim just handed this Negro $15 million. That's not how that story went down, I promise you.
Yeah,
right?
Because isn't it like what MC Hammer said when they said he went broke? He went broke in the aspect of a regular person. But as Rich broke, you know, he's still got money. It's just that he's not the average person broke, like, you know, like regular people.
So MC Hammer owed $13 million, but he only had 10. So he says, even if I paid them $10 million on the $13 million debt, I would still owe them. So that's why he filed bankruptcy.
It's a beautiful thing. It's smart. I saw MC Hammer at Universal Studios at the Universal Hilton. Forget what I was doing there. But this was back in the days when I was young. I'm not, anyways. So I talked to him for a few minutes. He had on this little brown flannel suit. He was chill. I was like, "What's up, Hammer?" I said, "Don't look like you broke to me." He just started laughing. You know, it's kind of businesses do this all the time. Major corporations, Donald Trump, you name it, they file bankruptcy. You guys, that's why you have a business. You have a business, a corporation. So if I start a corporation, the Purple Candle Company, right? And the Purple Candle Company don't do well, and I got my drink from the Hood Company, I don't put the two together. They have their own company. So if the candle company goes out of business, I can file bankruptcy and keep this company over here. And those laws were written by them for people like them. So I think we really ought to do some more digging before we do the brother bad. I love it. I love that Kanye is on his way to $10 billion and then 100. You watch. That's a smart dude. So, and you guys, all smart, all brilliant people, are nuts. From Mozart to Morton Downey Jr., name somebody that hasn't had a brilliant dude that hasn't had challenges. Elon Musk, they were trying to sue him. They wanted to press criminal charges about his 420 statement of Tesla, which is now, after the split, worth like $5,000 or something crazy. So I think
real quick, one thing I want to say about Kanye was, and Dr. Boyce Watkins was saying this, is that he's he had tweeted out that everybody should read Powernomics. So he's a Powernomics guy. So it looks like, to me, what Kanye is going to do, when you got a person that has that kind of money, there might be hope that this guy could lead a lot of us to follow in that tricks, to do something and build something with that money, or at least get the rest of us started. So we got people like you, Walter, here to kind of show us, to take that little $1,400, because a lot of our friends are here. They want to say, what can I do with $1,400?
Well, why don't we make sure next time there's a pandemic, when the Hornets show up, that we keep our money stacked so $1,400 don't change our life, number one. Two, and I'll get to the stimulus stuff, but the thing I want to say about Kanye is what's going to happen is Black people are going to miss it. We missed it with Obama, and I know Obama, he's liberal. That's a whole nother subject, but I think that having a Black man as president did help. I know it helped me. I can't tell you how many times I've been called Obama when I get suited up. I love it, right? Robert Smith, the richest Black man in America. They tore this dude apart, talking about some funky charity thing he was doing, something that everybody and their mama's been doing. He hasn't even been pressed. He hasn't even been hit with criminal charges. They're just questioning his business practices, the same thing all the hedge funds use. Black people eat this dude up, right? So we are so fast to come after our leaders. You guys, Kanye, I don't care what you say, he is setting the mark. This is a brilliant dude. Yeah, maybe we don't like the way, you don't like the way he made money or how he got there, but who cares? The dude, and let me tell you, the world is listening to Kanye West. You know what happens when he walks into JP Morgan Chase? They all sit their ass down and they want to see how this dude from the streets. And when did I meet Kanye? 2000. Well, shit, D, you remember? I was at your house when I was, it's a crazy story. I was
like 2000, yeah, it was the early 2000s.
Like 3, 4 when college, you know what happened was college dropout. So Kanye West was a buzz clip on MTV. Remember when MTV used to play music? So he was a buzz clip. His song Through the Wire, it wasn't even an album yet. So what we had to do is get together and, you know, do some creative things financially to get his album up, because Def Jam they didn't want to pay for his album. So here's a dude that came from that to like being this, you know, multi-billionaire. And the thing about Kanye we could all learn from is F what these people say. People are going to talk shit about you no matter what. They're going to hate on you. And the better you do, they're going to hate on you. But you know what happens, and I hate to, you know, quote a criminal, but Chris Brown says you can't hate from outside the club, you know, and Kanye.
Watch your mouth about Chris Brown now. Watch your mouth, brother.
Okay, let me tell you this. If Donovan beat the shit out of a Black woman, his ass would be in jail and not held up on a pedestal because this nigga can sing. Like, let's just keep it the way it is.
Because we on the commercial break right here. Since we
all right.
Our commercial break. First of all, Chris Brown was a very young man, and I'm not making excuses for domestic violence, if you will. He was a very young man. Rihanna put the paws on him, and he paid for his mistakes. And so, you know, I personally don't like when people try to drag Chris Brown. I mean, he's made a mistake, and he made a mistake in front of a lot of people. He hasn't done it since, and so carry on.
You know what I'm saying? You got my point, right? So how we get to, I was quoting this dude. So anyways, Kanye West has done some amazing things. Like, think about it, you guys. Like, what are the chances of a kid you know from the hood becoming being one of the richest, not just Black men, one of the richest men in the world? This is our opportunity. Now we have all these, you know, these Black leaders and these people that are doing extremely well that we can learn from. And you guys, here's the cool thing. Kanye West, he did it in business. You know, when I was working with him, me and his mom were trying to get him to sign a licensing deal. They didn't want to pay him enough. So we were trying to get him a deal. And, you know, he was working with Louis and some of these different companies. And he's always been, and Kanye's always, since I met him, he was like, dude, I'm the greatest ever. I'm the greatest to ever live. He goes, there's nobody like me. I'm the best producer. You remember before Kanye came out, all the press, and they were telling him to shut the hell up and just make beats. Like, Kanye, he's not a rapper. Like, no one's going to listen to you. And when I was talking to Kanye, he goes, I saved my best beats for me. They haven't even seen the hottest beats yet. So he's always been one to think about the bigger picture. But what happens is when you tell yourself that you're the greatest, which we all should be doing, people are going to hate on you, which makes zero sense to me.
So can you just stop right there and talk about the importance of affirmations? Because I teach about affirmations all the time, but a lot of people aren't really familiar with the power of affirmation. So can you for one explain what that is, and then talk about how powerful affirmations are?
Well, so affirmations really is just what you tell yourself. So what I do, well, first of all, I just have, I started telling myself I'm the greatest, I'm in phenomenal shape, even when I wasn't, I'm wealthy, whatever it is. I'm a great boyfriend. I'm a great, whatever it is. I just kept telling myself these things. And then what I started doing is, if any of you guys that have been to my house, I have these dream boards in my bedroom, above my bed, in the living room. I have these dream boards everywhere, things that I want in places I want to be, things I want to become. Like, I have this boat that everyone laughs at. My picture is on this boat, on this yacht. I put it over this white dude's face. But I was like, one day I'm going to have that. And so affirmations are you just telling yourself over and over and over what you are. But here's the thing, you guys. When you do affirmations like that, right? You get up, Think and Grow Rich. It says to read your affirmations in the morning and before you go to bed. So, but when you do affirmations, people are going to hate on you. Oh, you said that already. Oh, I don't want, oh, here we go again. How many times have you said that? Didn't you say you was going to do that last year? Yeah, I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. And even when I do it, I'm going to keep saying it. So affirmations have to be something that you tell yourself over and over and over. You guys, because most people they're struggling mentally. Like, if you really knew some of the deep, dark secrets of some of your friends and family, like, you ever have somebody just commit suicide, just boof. That happened to me. I know people that have committed suicide. And then one day you're on the phone with them, and the next day it's just they took their life. It's like, damn, we could have talked about that. So affirmations are huge. And that's one thing, like, if you listen to Kanye's music, he believes he is the greatest, as did Muhammad Ali. And some of these people that just, like Muhammad Ali said it, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. And he is the greatest, right? So we have to be okay, one, with that. Two, you guys, we need to protect Kanye West. Like, seriously, you guys, because he's got enough people coming for him to where black people don't have to come for him too. That makes zero sense. Come on, man, we got Pookie and them in the family and the shit they've done. Like, not to get Candace Owens on you, I'm gonna tread carefully here, but like, we have so many people in the community that no matter what type of people they are, we get behind them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know George Floyd. I believe he was a good dude. He had some challenges, but we overlook those, right? So I think we should take all the negative shit and just grab onto the positive. If somebody's doing something well, or if they become a martyr, whatever it is, we ought to just focus on the positive and then go with that. I mean, Kanye is an amazing brother. I spent a couple years with this dude. I'm talking to him was just like, I don't want to say talking to Jesus. It's funny because that's what he used to call himself. And I think he still does, right? He still calls himself Jesus. Or Jesus. But he really felt like he was the second coming. Like, he felt like he was God. He was sent from God. And can you really argue that? He's on his way to being one of the richest men in the world.
But, and no, you can't really argue that. And Kanye, I guess he's a Christian. I think he's labeled himself as a Christian. And it's funny because a lot of us do hate on Kanye. But if you were really to read the Bible, you would see and understand that he's professing the things that the Bible says. As you said, with affirmations, got some feedback from Wait, I don't know where it's at. Somebody got some wind or something in their phone, or
It ain't me.
So like you said, in regards to the affirmations, the Bible says, you know, trust me, I don't go to church, but I do know the Bible. Speak things that are not as though they were. So the affirmations speak to that. You know, you may not, like you say, be in great shape, but you say, I am, you know, a size 8, if that's what you want to be. I am very wealthy. I am happy. I am this, I am that. Even if you're not feeling those things at the moment, but the Bible does say those things. And also in regards to him calling himself Jesus, which is a play on Jesus. Does the Bible not say you are God-like? You are fashioned in his image. Who is he? That's God, right? So if he's a God, then you're a God as well. But see, a lot of people are afraid to speak those things because they feel like it's blasphemous, or, you know, they're going to go to hell. But if you don't believe in yourself, who will believe in you? And Reverend Ike, you guys might have listened to a couple of his things. He says, how you going to believe in a God in the sky when you don't believe in yourself? So there's a lot to that. And lastly, with the affirmations, my father always says, yeah, you're in a fight for your sanity every day, your mental sanity. So you have to guard your mind and make sure that you put great things into it. So.
Yeah. So why don't we talk about, I mean, is it okay? Can we talk about money for a few minutes? All right. I know the numbers get lower when we start talking about finances, but I'm gonna do a little bit of that. You know, the cool thing about Kanye, one of the things, because he was so prolific, like he had a lot of money coming in. Kanye made a lot of mistakes financially. You know, if you listen to his music, he talks about it, but he just kept going and he kept going and he kept going. And so he just kept making money. And when you're prolific, even if you make a bunch of financial mistakes, sooner or later you can catch up. It's like Will Smith, he went broke, you know, in the term anyways, and then he kept going, and then boom, he's where he's at, right? So
do you have a window or something open?
Oh, I do. Damn, you can hear that? All right. So okay, it's gone. So now the cool thing about Kanye is he would sit down and listen to you. I remember sitting in a conference room with him, and he was always, you know, Kanye's like, he was all, but he would stop and I would say, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. You know, we went into this bank and we opened up a credit card, and they were like, Kanye, oh, what's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, you sing, like, what's your, you know, they were just like, they had no idea who this dude is. Right. So we go in there and we open a bank account, we put some cash in it, and then we take a line of credit against the cash. So that was our first step. All right. So I said, what we need to do, Kanye, is we need to put you on the map credit wise. Right. And without going into his personal business, we put some money in a bank, and then we took a line of credit against it. So that's step number one. So he took his money and he put it to work, which that move set him apart from most rappers in the world right there. Right. Then it's easy. We go to American Express, and this is some gangster stuff, and you can just write this down if you want to. I don't know if this works as much, but we took that $100,000 or whatever the number was, and we went to American Express and said, boom, here's what we got. We need a line of credit against this. Here's collateral. Then we went to Visa. We went to Discover. We went to everybody, and we use that as collateral. The banks do this all day legally through fractional lending. So we weren't breaking the law. We were just saying, hey, here is his collateral. And I've done this for a lot of people in the music industry, a lot of executives. So then what happens is now they give you credit, and then from there you just work it. You use it to invest and to get things going. So that was one of the things we did. Another thing we did in Kanye, and thank God for his mom, like totally amazing. Like Donda was like one of the most amazing women you would meet. And me and her would talk, you know, in the evenings. We talk late at night after the day was over. And, you know, I would just reiterate, like, Donda, he's got to save cash. He's got to save. When he gets paid, you know, and when Kanye, he got paid, his money came to my bank account. So anytime he made a penny, it came to my account. I paid all of his bills. I signed all of his stuff out. So, but I still had to, you know, I couldn't just blow his money. I had to get his permission. So I was like, Kanye, we need to save. So, you know, we opened up some pensions and some investments and life. We got him, you know, life insurance and some of the things that really set the tone for him. And then once you guys set a financial habit, it's locked in. Like, with the 401k, and it's not the greatest investment, but it's better than nothing. Or like I have my life insurance policies that I put money into. Every month money comes out of my bank and goes to these life insurance policies. I don't even really see it. I don't think about it. And I look at my statements once in a while, but I know that I've created a habit, right? That money comes out of my checking account no matter what. So we started doing that for him. And you guys, I promise you this. If you don't have a bunch of bills, it's easier to get things done, right? I have a lot of people here from the war zone that I've been able to help, and they'll tell you, if you cut your bills in half, or you cut your, you're paying $5,000 a month, and now you're only paying $2,000, but you're still bringing in $6,000. That's huge. Like, you guys, I want you to imagine, and we could all do this. We could have this in no time. Everybody listening, everybody that's getting from the replay, everybody can do what I'm getting ready to say. Take your liabilities and get rid of them. What I mean is start paying them off, chunking them down, negotiate them, right? If you got an old collection, you can say, hey, I'll give you 30 cents on the dollar. If you got a car payment, there's a lot of people that have car payments. And first thing I do when I start working with them is I go after it and aggressively go after the car payment. You can't get rich. I mean, you can, but it's going to be tough if you're making $4,000 a month and your car payment's $8,000. You know what I'm saying? So this, imagine getting, like Medea said it best, let it go, right? Remember that, the family movie, whatever, they were sitting on the couch. I'm coming, I got some word from the Lord. He told me to tell you, let it go. Have you ever done that? You ever just let something or someone, and I'm not giving relationship advice, but let something go that was just holding you back? That's a beautiful feeling. My car payment's $900, and I called them and said, you know what? I'm done. Come get it. It's going to screw my credit up short term, but damn, I have $900 a month that I can save and reinvest. That's huge, right? So by getting rid of your expenses, be it, and you guys, what you should do, and we, Black people, we are notorious for creating things, right? I'm sure it was a Black person that made the words side hustle famous, right? That just sounds like somebody with swag would do, right? So side hustles are huge. And here's what I mean. You can, and these little things add up. I started taking this little supplement from this company called Thrive. And don't pay me a lot of money, maybe $300, $400, $500 a month. It's not a lot of money, but that stuff adds up. When you start doing little things here, like I'm going to buy and sell something on eBay, even if it's $200 a month, that still adds up. A lot of you guys in these big old homes out there, you got empty bedrooms, not my house, right? I mean, they empty sometimes. So that stuff, which is a nuisance in the beginning, but before you know it, it's additional income. And then you're looking around like, oh yeah, I sell, I buy and sell a car once a month, or I do this, or I sell a life insurance policy here and there, or I sell a house here and there. And before you know it, you have all these income streams, and you look up and you've replaced your income from work. One. The second thing, or the next thing, is to buy something that is going to pay you an income stream. See, the thing that Kanye did is he invested in a residual income business, clothing, shoes. Like, people will buy shoes, and I still don't know why shoes are so important to people to spend $800, $400 on a pair of shoes, but we do it because he invested in the thing that he knew people was going to spend money on in clothes. Like, if you look at the Yeezy brand, it looks like it could be hashtag the homeless line. Like some of that stuff you see in the Yeezys, it's like torn. It's like Holy Ghost clothes. It's just like something you could just float in. But he invested in something that was going to pay him a residual income. He bought that big old ranch. Everybody laughed.
Also, it understands the power of branding, because it's not necessarily about the clothing. I mean, hell, we can all go and get a pair of sweats. And in fact, my daughter's done a few of mine, rip some holes in it and dye it up and everything. But it's the branding. Everybody wants to be attached to the Yeezys. I mean, he's coming out with a new shoe. I think it's tomorrow, maybe. And, my daughter and I looked at it because I was like, I'd like to have me a pair. But she said they're going to be gone like that. They start at, $250, and people will sell them upwards of, $1,200. So He has become a master at branding himself to where people want to be associated with anything that he touches. So I don't think it's necessarily clothing. I think it's him.
Yeah, and you guys, and speaking of him, and I'm just reading one of the comments, and I hear this a lot. I think Tania says it, Kanye, and maybe I'm not the greatest. My eyes aren't the greatest, but I think it says folks respond to as BS. Kanye's existence has always been about him, not his people. You guys, it is not Kanye's job to do shit for his people. It is not. He is not Muhammad. He is not Martin Luther King. He is not Malcolm X. He did not sign up to do shit for his people. He signed up to take care of Kanye West. Period.
Well, you know what? And I totally agree with that, because what the fuck have y'all done for Kanye? Y'all always want a celebrity or a ball player to do some shit for y'all. When have one of y'all taking time out your motherfucking day, you're getting $1,400 that you ain't even account for? Did one of you motherfuckers buy a flower and send us one of these people? I'm dead serious about that shit, man. Y'all just think motherfucker supposed to do shit for y'all, man. Kanye ain't got to do a motherfucking thing for nobody.
Yeah.
When he had fucked off all his money, did y'all send him a cash out?
And I'd like to respond to that as well. I agree with Gary and Walter, and that's not true, Tanaya. He has done stuff for Black people. He helped in Katrina, and I don't know if you guys know, he donated, over $2 million to the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. In addition to, he had Donda's, school or something, but I think he went under because he had a riff with Rhyme Fest. He was the other partner in it, and they had some drama. But he's instrumental in the education in Chicago. And a whole host of other things. And the other thing too is just because it's not on TMZ or you can't Google it, that don't mean they're not doing it. But the true idea of philanthropy is do it. So don't do it for attention. Do it for the people who matter. You're not trying to be seen. So I mean, you would, like when Prince died, people didn't know all of the things that he did until he died, and he wanted it that way. He didn't want people to be focused on him. He wanted the money and whatever he was doing for whatever organization to be helped. And that's where his focus was. It wasn't on, well, okay, listen, you guys, TMZ, I'm getting ready to go feed the homeless. Meet me over here. So you may never know all of the stuff that he does for his people.
Right.
But realistically, he ain't got to do a motherfucking thing for his people. People ain't doing shit for him.
So, and here's what Kanye did for Black people. Same thing Obama did for Black people. Is he set an example of what could be done. Regardless of what people say, he is a billionaire, clearly. Think about this, you guys, just for 1 second. Like, you start something 15, 20 years ago and you're a billionaire for it. Like, that takes incredible vision to be able to say, damn, one day I'm going to be a billionaire. That's huge. So, and he has done a lot for Black people. He's done a lot for me. I mean, he paid me, true, but like, I still use his name to this day. The book I'm releasing, As the Money Talks, I'm talking, Kanye's dude puts out a book. My clothing line his name is in the paragraph, the launch statement. As with Cornucopia, everything that I do that I'm launching right now through my marketing firm is I'm using Kanye's name, right? And so I think he has done a lot for people. I just think that we need to stop being the people of do for us. We don't need that. We all have the ability to do well. Like, let's assume all you guys are broke as a joke and $1,400 is all you had. For $1,400, you can start a business. I know. I started my t-shirt line I paid somebody in Sri Lanka $25 to come up with a logo. One of my friends hooked me up with Printable. I sent them the logo. $10, they sent me a shirt. I started my clothing line with like $25. That was it. $25 started my clothing line. And I'm gonna use I'm not using my stimulus, but I could use that to buy shirts and be knocked. Remember when people used to knock on doors? Like, hey man, you want to buy this candy bar? Every time someone knocks on my door, assuming it's not crack, I buy it. If I can use it, right? I love when people knock on. We don't knock on doors anymore, right? We don't like ask for the business. So you guys are sitting at home, and some of you are getting more money from unemployment than you get from your job, which is why your black ass ain't working, right? So if you're getting unemployment, create your business, your side hustle. Like, they don't tell you that you can't better yourself because you get unemployment. If you have savings, unemployment doesn't stop you from taking the money you have saved and doing something to better yourself. So you can pay into unemployment for your employees. So those are the things you should be doing, you guys. We have so many opportunities, and we're getting ready to lose it. I keep saying this, like the world is open. Like I told everybody on here, buy JP Morgan when it was $95. You know where JP Morgan is today? $160. Wells Fargo, $42. On and on and on. Carnival Cruise Line. Gary, I hear you talk about the cruise lines. I do hope you own them, because, man, Carnival, like Norwegian, they're going through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Right now, one of my biggest positions is Carnival Cruise Line. Today, I paid 30 cents for a stock option on Carnival Cruise Line till April 16th. Now, I don't know what they're going to do, but I know things are opening up, and I'm hoping that the Reddit community gets a hold of Carnival. It does it like GameStop, but like, so I spend $200 on a risk. If it doesn't do anything, then I'd lose it. So what? But like, if something good happens from it, I make money from it. So he goes, these are the things we need to be doing. Like, we should not know Kanye's drama. I guarantee you that Robert Smith doesn't know all of Kanye's drama. When you're doing something for yourself, you don't know the drama for other people, because you know why you got your own, and you understand what it takes to get ahead carrying drama. So all these people that are ripping Kanye apart, I can go to social media and see all the negative comments. You know, he's not a good dad. Who gives a damn? Like, first of all, you guys, there's no such thing as a good dad. I have 6 kids, and every one of them got a complaint. I got 4 grandkids. I'm trying to work on them, right? I can just buy their attention. Shit, I'm gonna hook them up.
Wasn't Joe Jackson said to be a bad dad?
Why is he not a good dad? Why is he not a good dad?
I don't know. It's just the shit I see on social media.
You know, the thing that amazes me though is what, you know, he ain't did this and he ain't did that. And you don't support him. But you support Kamala, and she did a motherfucking thing for black people.
Yeah, don't get me started.
But made you go spend some money on some fucking Chucks and pearls, and she done ran her fucking foot out of them, running away from all these black problems right now.
Don't get me started on Kamala on the blue shit. But
who is she? She's missing.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Here's another thing I heard about Kanye West. Oh, he's good, but he supported Trump. I'm gonna put myself at risk here, but so what? What's the point? I mean, why not?
That's why he got $6 billion.
I heard a dude on TikTok, a black dude, like an urban black dude, like he was like black. He was no questionably black, and he called Donald Trump the greatest of all time. And I just sat back. I said, I'm gonna get a drink and read these comments. But he went, and I'm defending Kanye right now. That's the reason I bring up Trump. Is he went through all these things that Trump is a piece of shit. I get it. But all the things he did that really helped black people. And I think Kanye's position was, here's somebody that's listening to me. He couldn't get Obama's attention or whoever. I guess he didn't feel like he could get anyone else's attention. Just like Ice Cube, the Democrats weren't listening to him. We tore his ass apart. So we judge these people. And I really think like Kanye and Ice Cube, these guys were really just trying to help our people. You know what I'm saying? Like the criminal reform that they put in place in the Republican Party. And again, I'm not defending Bush versus Gore, none of that crap. I'm just saying, like, there's some things that our people like Kanye do that we should just leave them alone, right? Like his wife got that lady out of jail. She's been in jail all those years. She's free. I thought that was a good look. You know how long has she been in jail through how many other, political parties, right? And I don't, Kanye, he's Kanye, right? He walk around with the mega hat. But can I ask you a question? What is wrong with that? If the dude wants to support a politician, why are we as black people tear the dude a new asshole because he wants to rep somebody?
I don't know why they're messing with him and worrying about who they support. They support they broke ass baby daddies.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys realize we as black people need to start being nicer to ourselves, right? Like, stop tearing each other apart. For all, like,
what I think it is, it's not that we're tearing each other apart. We got to stop being jealous of each other and start, being uplifting a person. Like I said, I'm happy he's got $4 to $6 billion. I'm, more power to you. And if he had to do that, because a lot of people don't know this, when he was talking to Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce Watkins said that Kanye said he will be president in 2024. Now, if you believe that or not, that's irrelevant, because there's money in politics and he has the money to run.
Let me tell you something. Trump is going to be president in 2024, not because I'm voting for him or not because I'm believing. I already see it on the right. I already see it. I've never seen a president talking about our current one make so many moves so fast. I can't even keep this. I can't even keep straight. Anyways, I'm not going to let's get back to Kanye. The dude, I believe he uses affirmations, he uses skills, and why everybody was hating on him, he kept going. And you guys, honestly, when the world is hating on you, it's easier to get stuff done because you can seclude, tuck away. When is the last time you heard Kanye's name? Seriously, in the news. I heard his name today for the first time. And yeah, the divorce stuff has been floating around, but I'm talking about like really heard just about him. His divorce is more about him and Kim and the poor kids that parents are each billionaires and their aunts are billionaires. Like, damn, we really think Kanye's kids are going to have any challenges whatsoever? Maybe they might turn out nuts like him and get us to Mars or something. So we really...
No, they already did that. They was sending images down when we had no motherfucking lights in Texas.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I bet you there's some white people on Mars right now. I promise you. They're like, shit, we getting out of here.
We might be actually the alien planet, because there's got to be some other shit out there that operate better than this shit we own.
Yeah, when they banned Pepe Le Pew, I got my spaceship ready. Y'all better stop.
I already sent off a letter, man. I need Miss Piggy fucked off. She was very violent.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to strike a nerve, Gary, but damn, like, you know what? I was listening to this other black conservative, and he was pissed. He goes, you know what? Where in the hell is Black Lives Matter in Chicago streets, in Compton streets? Like, do you guys realize that more black deaths are committed or caused by us, black people? What if we fixed us? I think it would be harder to attack us from another race if we got together ourselves and said, no, we're going to protect ourselves. You don't get to do that to us. We're not going to do that to us. So you don't get to do that to us.
We too fucked up, man. I've been watching all day how you got all these influential black leaders who never speak up for black people and black women being attacked, our kids being sex trafficked, and they are out there pandering for the Asian community. Now, I know some people are going to get mad, but I tell you what, you can't get mad at me, because when George Floyd got killed, I didn't see very many Asians out there. When they shoot us dead in the fucking streets every day, I don't see the Asians coming to help us. When they fucking us out of education, I don't see the Asians coming to help us. So the thing is they won't listen to you. And you worked with the man to get the $6 billion. But let a motherfucker come up in here looking like Jethro Bodine and tell him, go buy some beachfront property in the middle of the ship channel. You're going to have a line of motherfuckers out there. They have a hard time listening to intelligent black people.
I wish that wasn't true. So, but we're going to get them. We're going to get our people one at a time, period. Because you guys... we have, like I was listening to someone else, and she was talking. Oh, it's just the white lady. What's the older white lady who talks about Black history? She's on social media all the time.
Williamson.
Yeah, she did the experiment in the classroom.
Oh, you talking about her Jane somebody?
Yeah. Like white ladies. She's always close in the camera, kind of like I'm doing. And she was going on about African history, about like how the Nile contributions to the world, the things we got from Africa. And she just going on and on and on. And she was chewing Christopher Columbus's ass up. She goes, first of all, you can't discover somewhere you've never been, and you can't discover something where somebody's already at. And she's chewing this dude up. Why won't we do that? Like, here's the thing about other races, Asians, whites, purple people eaters, whatever, is they will stick together even if it's a fucking lie. They will stick together. We know goddamn well Christopher Columbus didn't come to America, and we know he was a lying rapist, burning babies and raping women and burning their ass when he was done with them. He's one of the worst people to ever walk this planet, to walk up to a peaceful people and shoot, murder, and rape those people. And then we got a fucking holiday over it. Thanksgiving, getting together. Like, no, there was no cornucopia at the Thanksgiving dinner. They was eating arms and legs of the Indians. Like, this is the dude that every October we take time off to give this dude reverence. What the fuck? What if we had that energy towards getting the word out about Black people? And then what if we start holding, Lord have mercy, I don't want to get in trouble, but what if we start holding our people accountable? Right? I'm gonna make this 2 seconds. Me, my sister, and my brother got to a huge argument over coming to America. I'm gonna table that exercise for another day. Right? I was pissed when I saw Coming to America. I have not seen the ending, and I refuse to, but that's a whole nother subject. But I was watching how many people going after Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not a fan of that either. But I'm just like, that is a huge distraction for us. There's so many things we could be doing right now. Like, right now, like with the stimulus, everyone's getting their $1,400. If you have a house with 5 people in it, what is that? $7,000? Something like that. Like, what can you do as a family of 5 do with $7,000? You can start a business. You can buy taco trucks, chicken trucks, food trucks, water trucks. You could do it. This is our time, you guys. And the world is okay with you struggling. Because every time you turn on the TV, oh, I'm struggling. I heard this dude talking about, oh, me and my wife, like, we can't make it. Life is too tough. I don't know what to do. I was like, I'd be a damn fool if I'm going to get on TV with my woman and talk about how tough it's going to be. I can't make it happen. Come on now. Y'all may need to grow up and cut that shit out. Especially in front of your woman. You going to admit that you ain't going to even try? Come on now. So, anyways, back to Kanye. What you guys can learn from this dude, and we're just seeing the beginning of Kanye West. Because once you get that rich and powerful, you just elevate. And what's going to happen is he's going to elevate so far where Black people aren't going to even be able to relate to him. And then he's going to be a sellout. Or whatever we do to our real Black leaders. I'm talking about Black leaders, people. The lady that started the straightening comb and Sojourner and these. I'm talking about people that actually lead from the front, which means people that do shit first, right? I'm going to do it, and then I want you to do it. That's what I'm talking about. Those are real leaders, not these people that get up and hem and haw and talk about, oh, the Lord says. The Lord ain't said shit about none of this.
But right. You know what? Well, you know, what's so crazy to me, especially about that of Madam C.J. Walker. You guys know the story. She didn't invent the straighten comb. She kind of revolutionized and all that. But she made hair products to make it easier for Black women to do their hair. But I've seen people demonize her. She taught Black women to hate themselves and not like their natural hair. And it's like, no, that's not quite the way it was. You know, Black women were having some issues with their hair falling out due to diet and just a whole host of other things. But the other thing that those people miss is that Madam C.J. Walker, she re-revolutionized business. They said she, in fact, is the creator of the multi-level marketing, you know, the Avon models, the Amway models, to, you know, get people to sell it and to hire other people and things like that. So people miss the larger message behind trying to be so woke, if that makes sense.
You know, I don't get them. I mean, we either buying or selling in life. We either buying or selling.
Or you're pimping or hoeing.
Yeah, it's both ways. I mean, you buying or selling. My mom always said a woman should never be broke. She got a money maker. She should never be broke. So if you can sell pussy, you can sell tacos. I'm just being straight up with you, man. All this shit about I'm broke and I don't have nothing. We all been fucked off for over a year, man. And it's just time out for the bullshit, bro. Get off your ass and do something with this little money that you getting, man. Get off your ass, because once that motherfucker wake up and say, well, you know what? We're not going to send these niggas no more free money. Then what you going to do then?
You guys, the pandemic was the best thing that's happened to me financially, period. I ain't gonna sit here and go. I know I'm not talking about people dying, because people die from suicide and drunk driving every day. I ain't talking about death. I'm just talking about the actual pandemic. It gave me, you know, my family, gave us a chance to reevaluate what our life was about, number one. Two, and we saw opportunities. There's a bunch of opportunities out there. My God, there's so many things right now that are available for us. You just name it. But we are still talking about the same old shit that doesn't do anything for Black people. And then we always joke about it that, oh, when the money man come on, the ratings get low. That's how it is in the Black community all the time. And that one day is going to change. And no, I'm not going to sing and dance and turn into Jiminy motherfucking Cricket to make Black people listen. I'm going to keep, like, because I'm not going to do that. Like, I need to change my ways and make Black people interested. Like, seriously? Come on now, that don't make no sense, man. And I tell you, here's the crazy thing about having kids. I'm gonna switch a little bit. Is sometimes they calm you down. Because I was at a church event and they asked me to come talk about money. And when the guy was like, "Oh, the financial planner's here," and everybody moved, they started getting up. And I said, "Y'all ain't gonna do that to me." And my two kids, more than everyone in the room, I was like, "No, If I was up here selling shoes or bean pies or something crazy, y'all would be up here listening." I said, y'all broke as hell as a people, and somebody's here to help you, and you got something else to do. I said, y'all ain't gonna do that to me, and you ain't gonna waste my time like that.
But you gotta really understand that everybody not making money to survive. Some people just making money to buy a sack. Well, all they want to do is buy drugs.
Well, I'm not talking.
Motherfuckers is drug addicts, Walter.
I'm not talking to the sack people. That's not my audience.
You know what? But if you start talking to the dudes that's selling the sacks, you might have a bunch of clients.
Well, here's the crazy part. Wow, I can't believe I'm going to go here. Yeah. But a lot of the dudes selling the sack, selling the crack, is some of our billionaires today, right? Think about hip hop music on the West Coast is gangster rap. Started from some dude selling drugs that turned it into a music business. Period. That is West Coast rap. East Coast rap is ran by a dude, one of them that sold drugs in the Marcy Projects. So think about that. Right? I'm not here, giving drugs props, but I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say we do have a bunch of people on here selling weed. Then sell it. Do it expeditiously, and then flip it into something legal, right? I'm not going to judge people. My son was telling me about the NFL quarterback. He's supposed to be the highest paid, and all these people came out talking about he's asked for a funny massage. He touched me funny. Like, seriously? Come on, you guys. That's diversion stuff.
It's up to 9 people today, Donald.
I mean, like, seriously, first of all, close your ears and eyes. If you've been to a massage parlor, there's a 75% chance they're going to tug you funny. What else you like?
You don't even go up in them places, man. Them Asian massage parlors, you already know what it is.
Donovan, I know you staying in Asia. I know you know what I'm talking about.
What
We love
the whole body massage, the Nuru, and all that other stuff? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know, like Luke Skywalker. Yeah, you don't know nothing about
I
that.
don't understand how you think you're gonna lay here and rub all this motherfucker all on me, and my piece ain't supposed to stand up. That's your fucking man.
But you guys, that is a diversion. Here's this black quarterback who's about to be the highest paid in the league, and here they come with the lynch mob. Like, come on, I was telling my son, I said, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, used to fly his jet down to the massage parlor. And he got a speeding ticket in community service. But like, we want to run this dude through the coals, not because he raped these chicks, not because he broke the law. There's no criminal suits. They're all civil, which means they won't cash. I'm going to rub the nuts for $4 million. That's what this is about. And we need to stop this shit. And we all got something in our past, not all of us, but most of you got something in your past that and you probably don't want people to know about. That chance you almost had to choke somebody, whatever it is. So what we ought to get back to, though, you guys, is the money. I always tell people, am I bothering you? Not if it's about money. Not because money is everything, but like tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., I'm on a plane coming to Texas. We're looking to buy, land and property and stuff in the Dallas area. And then we'll be coming to Houston. But like that takes money. Every time I ask to talk to a real estate agent, she goes, well, can you send over proof of funds? It's the first thing they say. Not proof of energy, proof of black power. Can you send over proof of funds? Right? So why wouldn't you spend the time going after the money? You guys, I know there was a time, and not too long ago, I was so broke mentally. And I remember like when I was sleeping on my sister's couch, and it's funny, Willie McGinnis from the New England Patriots, I saw him at a restaurant at the beach, and he reminded me of it. He was like, man, he was on your sister's couch. How come you didn't tell me? I don't want to go through all the details with him. And I had Richard Seymour from the Raiders on my left. It was a bad deal that night. I was really feeling shitty. But I went through all that, and I just kept going, little things, little there. Before you know it, I have some breathing room. And I started asking people for help. I asked everybody for help. Hey, man, I got this good idea. Can you invest? I want you to buy this. My sister and my mom have joined every network marketing thing that I've joined, from baby oil, like in the corner, to the Well Blubber massage parlor. They have joined. And I just don't have a problem asking people to get involved. It's just, you have to do that. And so by doing that,
I'm taking some shit he sold me right now.
Yeah. And it's helping though, right? The Thrive is a shit. But all every question that you don't ask, the answer is no. That's on a t-shirt of mine. Don't steal it. Right? So why not just ask the questions, go for it. You guys, you have to start believing in yourself. Let's not let happen to Kanye West what happened to Michael Jackson, what happened to Prince, what happened to all of our black leaders. And yes, I'm calling Michael Jackson and I'm calling Prince black leaders. And if you don't like it, you can send me a nasty ass comment or text message. The reason I call Michael Jackson and Prince black leaders is because they were, like, to this day, when you watch when you watch that BET 25 Motown, you know what I'm talking about? Well, not BET, but the Motown 25. You can't watch that and not get emotional. You can't watch Prince perform and not get emotional. These people were good at what they did, and they led from the front. They got a little weird on us, right? Because Prince, I know one of my friends dated him for a while, and he used to play basketball. The whole Dave Chappelle shit is true. He played hoop and heels, and he was bad. But we, sometimes as black people, we start shitting on these people. I don't know if Michael Jackson's skin was white or black, Haitian, whatever it was. But I do know that he was born a black dude, right? And he set the world, he laid the road for black musicians, and a lot of them. Michael Jackson broke a lot of molds, as did Prince, right? So let's not do this to Kanye West. You guys, Kanye West has a successful clothing line. Music, I mean, the dude is brilliant. He's Elon Muskish, if you ask me. He's that brilliant. Right now, he's just doing it through music and clothes, but you watch. So why don't we get behind this dude? And when your life is clear, you don't have any skeletons, you don't have anything you've done wrong, you don't have no shit you hide in, you don't have a closet with a black box that nobody know about in the house. When you get to that point in your life, then you can criticize Kanye. Until then, why don't we do what he's doing and go for our dreams, chase them, right? People are going to criticize you. Let them. Because if they're criticizing you, then you can take them. You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody's hating on you, that means they're not working on themselves. And that means you could take them, right? You could conquer them. And then you just keep going to the next person and the next person. And you just keep going. Before you know it, you're on top. I love that Kanye West is nuts. I love it that he's insane to most of you guys. But you know why? And what I tell people, Kanye is not nuts. It's that the mortals are just not strong enough. Right? Kanye West is so brilliant. And I would be talking to him, and me and him are both brilliant. So we would I could understand what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? But I could see the rest of the room, and they were just like, whoa, what's this dude talking about? And his mind just moves too fast. He can't slow down and deal with the mortals. So they call him weird and nuts. But then he'll swing around 10, 15 years later, and he's worth between $2 to $6 billion. And he's just getting started. So we need to really.
It's not even weird. He just thinks outside of the box. Average people will think people who are not average are weird because they don't do what they do, say what they say, wear what they wear. You know, if you wear polka dots and stripes, oh, you weird. That don't go together. It's like, well, in your world, that don't go together. But in my world, it goes just fine. So he's definitely one that thinks outside the box.
He's an amazing dude. Kanye West is one of the smartest guys I've ever met. If you guys ever get a chance to meet him or communicate with him, consider yourself lucky. Because when you're around someone like that, he will stretch you. I remember being in a room with him, Talib, Common. It was a bunch of hip hop artists. And it was before really Facebook was huge, or otherwise I would have been live. I had all these rappers in the room, and Kanye was just talking, and everybody was listening. Everybody. Common, they were all just listening to this dude just go off, and he was dropping game. He's brilliant. So what can we learn from this experience? One, regardless of how shitty other people think your goal is, go for it. I didn't like it when he married Kim. I thought, okay, his mama would have been pissed, right? Because Donna was more conservative, but whatever. He married Kim, and everybody hated on him. But now they have these 4 beautiful kids, and she's a mega, rock star financially. She does a lot for the people. I don't know what everything she does, but I know she got that sister out of jail, right? And I don't know why an Armenian woman had to get a black woman out of jail. That's a whole nother story, right? But she got her out. And as far as these Asians and the black people, listen, you guys, we need to take care of our own race. Asian people are doing fine. Trust me. Because sometimes I got Asians in my house, right?
I just don't like the fact that
they doing fine.
The narrative like it's black people attacking Asians, and that wasn't no black man ran up in them 8 motherfucking massage thing. That wasn't no black man. It was a white man, and the black leaders ain't saying shit about him, accusing us of the shit, and we ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, think about it. I said this on my podcast, and let's just use some common sense. They show videos of a masked person that's covered up hitting this old Asians as they're walking and stuff. Like I said, we're not disputing somebody's whipping that ass, but in this country, what is the only group of people that ever covered up to do their crimes? White supremacy. Right. Yeah, exactly. So because black people, we don't have to cover up because it doesn't happen. We don't whip other races when we can't even deal with our own selves. We're too busy
schools.
Yeah, we're just too busy worrying about the poor Hispanic kids and the Asians, and we're doing all that, and then we're their main customer. So that doesn't even make sense, that narrative. My problem, as you guys know, I have a lot of Asian friends because I was raised there. My problem is they don't speak out to stop the narrative. Just like the 5-star said, when a black person's killed, they're silent. When a black person is murdered, they're silent. When something's going on, they're silent. But when I watch CNN and I watch MSNBC and they show a tussle in a store and they say, look, black people are assaulting Asians. They're not showing you the whole video. They're not showing you that Asian just took a broom and tried to karate chop the black girl and her grandmama. And then that's where the tussle happened. So they're creating a false narrative. And I've been telling a lot of my Asian friends, y'all need to speak out on that and stop going with the narrative that you guys know damn sure is not true.
The U.S. is bullies, man. I mean, you had a prominent Asian speak up 2 days ago and told him, if you keep coming over here with that bullshit, you're going to have a long motherfucking year. Kim Jong's sister done told him, run your ass over there and do something about that Asian. They scared to go over there and fuck with that dude, man. But you'll walk around here with all our little Bruce Lees fucking with them. It ain't no black people attacking no Asians. It ain't going on. Al Sharpton need to sit his motherfucking funny build ass down somewhere. You know, that motherfucker got more head than he got back. And he out there supporting all the bullshit. That shit run me hot, man.
Yeah,
Al is a hustler, businessman. He is a pimp. Him, Jesse Jackson.
That's a real live Mr. Potato Head dog.
Yeah, they're the real pimps. I remember Jesse Jackson walked in front of my office when what's the girl in Riverside, Tanisha, you know what I'm talking about. She got killed at the phone booth in front of my office. I saw him walking down the street. It's like, what's Jesse doing here? Media camera getting his money. So the Asians are doing fine. Whites, Hispanics, they doing fine. And honestly, you guys, you know the crazy part is, and one of the problems I have with some of my Asian friends, and I got on one dude, I had to eat his ass up. He was like, oh, Kanye, look, Kanye don't protest. He just donated money to George Floyd. I ate his ass up. I was like, dude, first of all, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And y'all don't even claim y'all black relatives. You know, look, a lot of my Asian friends, they nose whiter than mine. It's like shit. One of my Asian friends, she's talking about getting her nose done. Talking about it's too wide. I said, that's an African nose. Leave it alone.
Well, see, man, I'm a little bit different than you. I don't have any Asian friends. I don't want any Asian friends. I'm limited on my Latino friends because if you can't stand with me, motherfucker, and you know this shit fucked up against us, then I don't want to fuck with y'all, man. And well, don't cause no division. You can't divide some shit that was never together. I'm just telling the truth. I don't have time to fuck with black people that ain't down with the real. But I know for a fact, Walter, ain't nobody in my neighborhood, I ain't seen it, and I've been around there for 53 years. Nobody beating up no motherfucking Asians. But let the mayor tell it, we're going to up the patrols in the Asian community. You motherfucker. Are you serious?
Yeah.
And motherfuckers get killed every day in our community. But the only extra patrols you send, you fucking son of a bitch, is when you want to write extra tickets.
I saw that where they are. It was Chief Acevedo actually agreed that they were going to up security in the Asian communities and things like that.
You up security in the Asian community because they can afford to finance your bullshit campaigns.
Right. But I want to say this. So nobody here is advocating that, you know, Asians should be attacked. Nobody's advocating that at all. So I don't want somebody to get the wrong point because I've made some and I've seen, hold on a second. I've seen I've seen a lot of people, especially Negroes, on my post, you know, saying I'm wrong, it's not the time. And I'm like, well, first of all, I'm not speaking against Asians. I'm speaking to our people. Like I said, most of that stimulus money we getting, guess where it's going? To the community that don't stand in solidarity with us. Also, you know, it was the 30th anniversary that Latasha Harlins was murdered by the Korean there in South Central. She got away scot-free and cold blood. I didn't see not nan Asian condemn that. And she murdered that little girl in cold blood over some orange juice that she accused her of stealing. And when she didn't steal, they said when they found her body, they found the money in her hand that she was going to pay for the orange juice. So I don't
But
see
now,
it.
when you bring that up, you need to let that go. That's what they're gonna tell you. You need to let that go. That's in the past.
Right. So again, we're not saying that any of that shouldn't happen. And yes, there are some isolated, I call them isolated incidents of Black people getting caught on camera attacking Asians. But again, I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't seen the outcry and the outrage over the Asian community doing it to Black people. We've seen that a copious amount of times, and I didn't see Kamala, I see Biden, nobody get as upset as they are about this. But again, I'm not saying it's right. It should be condemned. Nobody should be attacked, especially elderly people. But there's this false narrative being made that it's Black people now. Black people are the boogeymen, and we're out there attacking Asians all of a sudden. It's like, well, as another post I made, and some people got their feelings over, or are they scared enough to pack up their businesses up out of our neighborhoods and go to where they live? Are they that afraid?
Hell no.
I tell you,
they in the worst neighborhoods. You walk into the worst liquor store in the country and there's an Asian behind the counter. They are not afraid of Black people, period.
Well, I want to say this, that I'm not advocating for anybody to do any harm to anybody. No, the Asians should not be attacked. Gary Monroe just ain't fucking with y'all, bro. Y'all don't do shit and stand up for shit that's Black. You Latinos, you borderline for shit yourself. And you really want a motherfucker to keep playing this game and don't say nothing to you motherfuckers, man. So don't be mad at me because I don't feel any sympathy because somebody got their ass whooped. Did y'all have any sympathy for us when a motherfucker ran up in a church in South Carolina and killed 9 motherfuckers? What the Asians was then? When they rolled my brother up in that motherfucking in that goddamn mat and hid him in that fucking gym? What you was? So if you ain't standing up for Black people, Gary Monroe ain't supporting you. Fuck you, and I'll eat Black on and shop Black on. Kiss my Black ass.
Yeah, like I said in my podcast, if you guys are going to keep this narrative up and not tell the truth, I don't know how you can do a major interview on a major network and you can't even describe who hit you. You know it wasn't a Black person because you can't say that. There's only one other group that covers themselves up when they're doing crimes, which is the white supremacists. Black folks, look, just take our dollars and let's just go somewhere else with it, because that's the only thing that these people are going to understand. And then when we do that, watch how they start talking then.
Walter, there has to be a higher power, because as soon as you started your Asian push, the white boy runs up in the fucking building and start killing y'all. When you start saying it with Black people, next day, here go the white folks. Y'all running with the enemy, man. We got our eyes on the motherfucker right now.
Well, I can tell you this. Yeah, I can tell you this. First of all, if I'm standing in a movie theater and a Black dude walk in with a trench coat and a white dude walk in with a trench coat, I'm worried about the white dude, because Black people historically don't come in and mass shoot, and like Texas or Nevada, none of this stuff. When's the last time a Black dude came in and blew some shit up and just killed innocent people?
Yeah.
So we need
they try to stereotype it like on the planes. We all fly like. I wish a motherfucker would. Get up on that plane and bitch, I'm finna knock your punk ass out. I'm not doing no talking on the plane, bro. And where I sit at, I sit right in the front. Man, you're not a bitch. I'm gonna knock your grill out your mouth. I don't play with them, bro. I don't go in their store and shop because you ain't finna handle me bad. None of that shit. I spend my money. I practice group economics. I spend my money with my people.
Let me ask you a question. Why are we always talking about this shit? Here's what I mean. Okay, we know what the answer is, right? The answer is cash. It's cash. I had a conversation with a sister from the war zone, somebody that I'm helping. And I sent her a message this morning. I go, something to the effect like, your bills are gone. You have more money to spend. You got a bunch of money in the bank. That's a beautiful conversation to have. When you take somebody and you get them in a financial, you put them in a financial powerful position, you could do things. I had a conversation with Tara on Messenger, and she was saying, you know, pretty much like I watched the Warzone, I bought Tesla and GameStop, and I used that to, you know, get my house up, and you know, just like it was money stuff. It's money stuff. So why don't we just deal with the money, you guys? The reason that the agents are being protected because they got cash.
They got money.
They protect the voter. They protect the donors. That's it. And black people, we swing low, sweet chariot for these goddamn blue people. And I voted for Obama, so I'm not saying I don't vote Democrats sometime. I use common sense. But like, what if they had to earn our vote? Just imagine if Democrats had to earn black votes. Not, oh, we got them niggas. They already in the bag. We're going to blatantly, when they interviewed Kamala, she was like, I'm not doing nothing for black people. Like, that's not. And then the next week, they got a thing out for the Indians. And then they got a bill for the Asians. And I'm like, damn.
Well, see, now that Kamala's VP, she's Asian now. She's not black no more. She's already in the office.
Indian.
She's Asian now.
Man, y'all fall for that shit. Hook, line, and sinker. Don't let them move but the money. Was that Rakim, right? Yep. This is a holdup. Don't let them move but the money. That's what we should be talking about. The real movement is money. When you got your stuff together financially, you don't have to be balling and rich. And black people, let's stop with this Instagram bullshit. Oh, he got to be flossing. I don't want no scrub. Like, so what? He don't got a car. Do he got a hustle? Do he have skills? Is he working on himself? He got a bus pass. So what? At least he got a bus pass. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't we start with that? And it's, you guys, and I get it. And I get the black-owned stuff. And yeah, we should do self-business with ourselves. But we as a people need to start working on ourselves. You know, one thing about integration and segregation is when you are segregated, you have the ability to work on yourself. When I hear women say, oh, I got to go away and work on myself so I can come back stronger. Isn't it best that you work on yourself and then come back stronger? What if we as black people, I'm not saying we need to disappear, but what if we just started working on ourselves? Money moves. I promise you. One, when you have your shit together financially, you're less likely to do crazy shit. I had somebody, I was going, where the hell was I? I was going somewhere and the traffic was stopped. And this white boy in this big truck had on, he was like, the only thing he didn't say was nigga. And I had my blinker on and he wasn't like, let me over. And he kept scooting up to block me off. And so for a second, I like reached for the door and we were stopped like moving slow. And I said, nope, I shut the door. I was like, I ain't gonna do that. One, I got too much to lose and that ain't me. Right? And I was like, I got too much to lose. I got kids, grandkids, I got businesses, I got shit to do. And he just, I ain't gonna tell you what I called him, but that's for another conversation. Right? But I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. The more you have to lose, the less likely you are to do stupid shit. So that's what we need to
say that again.
The more you have, the less likely you are to do stupid shit. I tell you,
and that's why I don't believe Deshaun Watson did nothing to those 9 motherfucking women, and he got too much to lose.
But even if he did it, even if he rubbed them funny, listen, man, let me tell you something. I don't want to sound like Mike Tyson, but if you you fly to my house and you show up late or anything like that, and there's baby oil in the room, somebody getting rubbed, period. And it ain't like, oh, I didn't know I was going to get there and he was going to want to rub baby oil on me. Everybody know that talk to me know I got baby oil next to the bed, period. Ain't going to be no surprise. So we have to and that should make the whole Mike Tyson thing, that stuff made me mad. We as black people needed to get behind that dude. Because I've met Mike Tyson. As soon as you meet Mike, he might grab your ass. tell me, like, you go to his room
Mike
at 2
didn't do that. Pac didn't do it.
Come on,
You
man.
know,
Like, really?
Haitian Jackson did that shit in that room and let Pac take the motherfucking fall for it. You see what I'm saying? See, when you're in a position these dudes in, you don't have to do that. All you got to do is just get in your car, drive somewhere, get out that motherfucker, and pussy fall out the sky.
And I'm not saying he didn't do anything inappropriate. Maybe he broke some moral laws. But I know, and I'm not rich, but I put my suit on, I get out my clean car, and I got my stuff together. Booty fall from the sky. It's just, if you are a man on your game, booty comes to you no matter what. I don't care if you cooking or making clams and pouring wine in the bottle, in the pan, booty gonna email you. It don't matter. So the point I'm making is work on yourself, get your stuff together, because you are less likely to get involved in crap. And as you start to elevate your money, you start to think differently. Like I was talking to someone, I go, you know what? It's cool. I like owning land. I love it. I'm a landowner. And I know right now it's only 1, 2, 3, whatever, but soon it's going to be 20. And then I'm going to look up in 10 years and be like, oh, I have 200 pieces of property. And I know that is a good feeling, because then I can help, my kids can help me run it. I can do things with my family. Me and my sister could buy property. We could do all kinds of stuff. But all that takes money and credit. Two things that do not discriminate against Black people. And I'm not saying creditors don't discriminate against Black people. Yeah, they do. But if you got a 750, somebody gonna loan you money, right? And you can be the most nigga of nigga-ton. If you got $400 million in the bank, somebody's gonna deal with you. And I'll kind of wrap with this, and I'm not a big Patriot fan anymore, but Antonio Brown, he made so many mistakes. And I was pulling for this brother. And Tom Brady got him down into Tampa Bay. Here's the point I'm making. The dude got skills. He got something to bring to the table. If you got shit to bring to the table, they will Dennis Rodman you. They will deal with your shit. You want to pierce your eyebrows and hang out in a dress and kick it with Madonna. But when the whistle blows, this dude is grabbing that ball, and we are going to the championship for the 20th millionth time. So we need to just bring something to the table. That's all there is to it. Bring it to the table and go for it. And then you watch how, like, you know, these people start talking about Black people and we have power. Stop fucking with Kanye. Stop fucking with Robert Smith. Stop fucking with Michael and Prince. Stop fucking with our Black leaders that are rich. Stop fucking with Obama because he got a Netflix deal. He's supposed to have a Netflix deal, right? Harry and Meghan got a Netflix deal. I don't hear nobody talking about Black people talking about that shit. I don't hear Black people defending her when they call her straight out of Compton, calling her a monkey. Like, what the fuck?
Clinton Foundation, billions of dollars, fucked over the Black island of Haiti.
You know the Clintons are some crooks. And I know I'm going to meet Bill and Hillary one day, but damn, they know they crooks too. I apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance when I meet you guys, but damn. But crooks, they get the money and then it's all better. Here's a movie you guys can watch. I think it's on Amazon. It's The Financial Crisis Dinner. They take all the people from the financial crisis, Bernanke, Geithner, Paulson, and the politicians, they have this billion-dollar dinner. And they're laughing about the financial crisis. Like, they're joking about it. They're all, ha, ha, ha. Hey, Bob, clink, clink. Like, we're the middle class at. Shut off the lights so they don't see us. You can watch that movie and go, damn. Most of those guys were involved in the corruption, but they are celebrating having dinner on the people's dollars. And we do nothing about it. So wouldn't it just make sense to move the morals to the left and get the money? And I'm the last person to take moral advice from. I'm not moral. I struggle with more demons and more shit that you could struggle. You would, if you got inside of my mind, you would be a sinner on wheels. But I focus on what's most important, my family and the money. Everything else comes in a distant second. And that's the way it should be.
Absolutely. So we rounded it up with final thoughts. I guess I'll go first. I hope you guys have learned something today. I don't care if it was just one thing that helped make your financial life a little better because, oh, there's a mosquito up and, oh, I'm coming back to California. When you got your money right, you feel much better about everything. So I hope you guys learned something.
All right, my final thoughts is y'all got y'all stimulus check. We got our candidate. If you really care about our kids, please continue to donate to Jerry's campaign, and let's shake it up down there in Houston. At least get our person in there that actually gives a damn about our children, and it's B1 first. And if you're gonna take your little $1,400, you know, I hope you guys do the smart thing and the right thing that you need to do with it, whatever that may be. But like I said, this is $1,400. They ain't talking about no additional.
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to loan out money and give it to the people. They have some programs that are launching that they're going to give to people that are paying attention. And they're going to give out billions of dollars to people. And we are going to miss it. Because while they're giving out the money, while we're up late or trying to figure out the money and what's going on with the government funding and all that, people are killing Kanye and talking about all this crazy stuff. Focus on the money. Just do it for a weekend. Just focus on where's my money? What am I making? What can I do to flip this money? Where can I add $1 to my bank account? Like this stimulus money, honestly, guys, most of us, that stimulus money that's coming through the door is money that if we don't get it, we're going to be okay.
Absolutely.
I'll close it out. But just ask y'all to do me a favor, man. You know, if you feel like donating, keep donating. Tomorrow night, we got a 9-year-old coming on Talk Politics. She wants to be a congresswoman. And that means, Sheila, you ain't got much longer.
Well, why not be the president? You know, we got to keep encourage that girl.
I don't think she's too impressed with Chucks and Pearls right now, but she'll be able to tell y'all all that. So she doesn't need that as a role model. But I want to challenge you guys. Thank you for donating to the campaign. Really needed, really needed. I don't care what we put in the coffee every night. We put something in there. I need all of y'all to go home and just make a commitment. Don't put your hands on no Asians. Don't do it. Don't do it. But why you not putting your hands on them? Then, because they lying on us. Don't shop in they beauty supplies. Don't shop in their fish markets. Don't go in their convenience stores. Till y'all stop perpetuating this lie. Stop spending your money with them. Now, you go over there to your Arab homeboy and spend your money over there. But don't spend no money with them, since you're going to sit here and allow these people to say that it's black people that's doing this. Straight up lie. That's all I feel about it. But don't put your hands on no Asians. You feel me? Don't do that. Unless they get out of line. Say, man, it's a reason we the best in the business. I want to thank our every Thursday night guest, my man Walter. On behalf of my good friend Donovan Sadiq, the Queen Demetra Case, I am the 5-star general. Until tomorrow, well, I'll let you.